Minaj has many, many issues that would lead one to believe that those issues are possibly the reason that she's cozying up to MAGA right now.
Because she's a black woman, or at least I thought she was. She clearly has black children. So are you saying you don't mind your children growing up in a society where they cannot be taught black history?
Nicki makes a lot of cash. Not as much as Michael Dell, not quite.
Nicki Minaj just dove headfirst into her full-on MAGA era, and the internet is absolutely losing it. Black celebs are calling her out left and right, and the vibe is straight up chaotic. The support she once had, gone in a flash. Every reaction has been loud, messy, and full of side-eye. In just a few wild weeks, Nicki went from dropping little political clues to boldly showing where she stands, and it's shaking up the culture big time. Fans who used to ride for her are now questioning everything, wondering what flipped the switch so fast. Because let's keep it real, Nicki was not moving like this when Trump was running the country the first time around. Back then, she was roasting him online, calling him evil, and clowning celebs who supported him. She made it crystal clear that could never be her. During a Polestar Live conference back in 2020, when someone asked Nicki how she felt about Trump, she didn't hold back one bit. She said she wasn't about to jump on Donald Trump's bandwagon. That quote didn't age well at all, because now she's standing right on that side with full confidence. What a wild twist. "I don't like that, Nicki," one fan said, and trust, a lot of people are feeling the exact same way. They understand why folks don't vibe with Trump, but what really hit deep was seeing kids being separated from their parents at the border. That moment broke hearts, especially for people who came to America chasing a better life, just like Nicki once did. It struck a nerve. But now, fast forward to the present, and Nicki's out here proudly calling herself Trump's #1 fan. She's even saying he was the best president this country ever had. That sudden flip has fans and celebs completely stunned. And the backlash? Oh, it's been loud and non-stop. Black celebs are publicly dragging her, calling her straight up hypocritical. They're saying she switched sides for attention and turned her back on the very same community that's been rooting for her since day one. Some are even claiming she's not just betraying her fan base, but her culture, her values, and everything she once stood for. This whole situation has the internet on fire. Let's break down who stepped up, what they said, and why this whole situation has completely exploded online.
Nicki, you know, we love her music. I've spoken to her several times. You know, collectively, I feel like we were a little bit disappointed with her, but I feel like she needs to spend a lot of time with Mr. Bruce Springsteen. She needs to go sit on his lap and let him speak some words of wisdom to her heart. Because somebody got her off track and she needs guidance back home.
It all kicked off when D.L. Hughley came for Nicki back in December, right after Nicki dropped a few fiery tweets aimed at California Governor Gavin Newsom. Nicki had posted that Governor Newsom doesn't care about healthy children, and the internet instantly lit up with drama. That's when DL came swinging with no hesitation. He fired back saying Nicki Minaj shouldn't post anything about kids because her husband can't be within 1,000 feet of one. It ain't Gavin Newsom, it's Chris Hansen she should be worried about. That punchline referencing the To Catch a Predator host Chris Hansen had social media in a frenzy. Fans couldn't believe he said it so boldly, and many were quick to remind everyone about Nicki's family controversies that have followed her for years. But the backlash didn't stop there, it only grew louder. People started pointing out that Nicki's fame skyrocketed thanks to her massive LGBTQ+ fan base, the same people who stood by her through every era and every controversy. And now, those same fans are feeling hurt and betrayed after hearing her use language that some felt came off as homophobic. Reality TV legend Tiffany Pollard, aka New York, even jumped into the conversation with a powerful statement to TMZ. She said Nicki backing Trump feels like a slap in the face to the LGBTQ+ fans who've been riding for her for years. That hit deep. Fans have been arguing about it non-stop online, splitting into camps, some defending Nicki's right to speak her mind, while others say she's completely lost touch with the people who built her up since day one. The drama just keeps growing louder. Tiffany made it clear, people still love Nicki's music, no question about that. Her talent isn't up for debate, but what's got fans side-eyeing her lately is the way she's been talking. Tiffany didn't hop on the cancel Nicki wave though. She actually kept it real and suggested that maybe Nicki just needs to be around more open-minded, forward-thinking people. She even dropped Bruce Springsteen's name as an example of the kind of grounded, positive energy Nicki could use in her circle right now. That comment got people thinking. But things completely blew up when Nicki went after journalist Don Lemon, who's openly gay, and threw out a slur that had people outraged. That moment took the situation from bad to full-on disaster in seconds. Don Lemon didn't bite his tongue either. He came right back at her, saying Nicki should be more focused on her own legal issues, especially since she still hasn't finalized her U.S. citizenship. The second that exchange hit the timeline, the internet went wild with reactions.
Hello guys, I'm with my favorite president, the best president of all time.
And I'm with the queen of rap.
Then, out of nowhere, D.L. Hughley jumped back into the mix to back Dawn up. He told Nicki straight up to stop worrying about Dawn and start handling her own business, especially with all the legal mess connected to her immediate family. And the way he said it, absolutely savage. Fans couldn't stop replaying his comments, dissecting every line, and dropping their own hot takes all over social media. This whole situation spiraled fast, and Nicki's name has been trending non-stop. Reports are flying everywhere that the Carters, yes, Beyoncé and Jay-Z, are officially done with Nicki. Word on the street is that Beyoncé has completely cut ties and wants zero part in the chaos Nicki's been stirring up lately. First, it was Kanye hopping on the MAGA train, and now Nicki's following the same track, and fans can't believe it. Sources close to the situation say Beyoncé's deeply disappointed, feeling like Nicki's powerful legacy, once rooted in confidence and cultural pride, is now drowning under wild online rants and non-stop political controversy. People online are calling it a heartbreaking fall from grace. But then, out of nowhere, Dr. Umar Johnson entered the chat, and things got even heated. Instead of roasting Nicki like most celebs have, he broke it down from a deeper angle that had everyone talking. Umar said he believes MAGA circles are using Nicki as their new token black conservative woman, especially since Candace Owens has started drifting away from Trump after their political disagreements. That statement set social media on fire. People were stunned. Some agreed with Umar's analysis, saying it all makes sense, while others argued he was reaching. Either way, it pushed the conversation to another level and made folks question whether Nicki's sudden political shift is truly her choice or if she's being played by a bigger agenda. Dr. Umar said he was completely stunned when he saw Nicki show up at that Turning Point USA event with Erica Keeker, especially after hearing her claim that teaching black history supposedly makes white kids feel less than. That line set off alarms instantly. Umar didn't bite his tongue for a second. He clapped back fast, saying that kind of talk is exactly what holds the community back from real progress. The energy in that conversation shifted quick. It went from light debate to a full-on reality check. And Umar didn't stop there. He called it wild watching Nicki make those kinds of statements while she's raising a black child herself. That truth bomb hit deep and had the internet spiraling into endless debates. People online started asking what could have possibly happened to make Nicki take this route, and whether she's speaking from personal belief or just trying to stir up controversy for attention.
Disgusting. Look, this is what I'll say to Nicki Minaj. I normally don't respond to things like this, but, F it. I'm going to do it this time. I think Nicki Minaj has made it very clear how she feels about African Americans in this country. For I don't think she's one of them, obviously. And she should, under Trump's rules, she should be deported because I don't think, reportedly, that she is a legal citizen here. She is undocumented. And so she has shown her disdain for African Americans. So why are you supporting her? Why are you buying her records? She's also supporting, I have lots of gay friends who love Nicki Minaj. Why are you supporting this homophobic, bigoted, ignorant?
Social media's been on fire ever since. When it comes to why Nicki is suddenly taking this new path, Dr. Umar kept it real. He admitted he doesn't fully know what's driving her. He said he can't tell if she's chasing the bag, trying to stir up headlines, or if there's something deeper going on, like maybe the MAGA crowd has some kind of leverage over her. That theory alone sets social media ablaze. People started connecting dots, pulling up old interviews and trying to figure out if there's something bigger happening behind the scenes. But Lizzo, she's not buying any of that. She went off, calling Nicki a straight-up sellout. Lizzo said this whole switch has nothing to do with fear or pressure. It's all about money and ego. She claimed Nicki is just realizing that siding with Trump could be more profitable now that her career isn't sitting at the same level it once was. That comment shook the internet. And Lizzo didn't stop there. She dropped a bold warning that caught everyone's attention. She said, "You're about to see an influx of people who think it's more profitable and more beneficial to join that side." That prediction had fans and celebs debating all over social media. Some agreed with Lizzo, saying she's just speaking facts, while others accused her of stirring the pot. Either way, her words added even more heat to an already blazing controversy.
I believe that Donald Trump and the conservative movement in this country selected Nicki Minaj because they needed a replacement for Candace Owens. Remember, Candace Owens has fallen out of favor with the Republican Party and the mainstream conservative white agenda because she's now exposing the Zionist control of the conservative movement and of the United States government. In fact, Art, I would argue that Charlie Kirk was assassinated, I believe, by the Zionist movement. We're going to distance ourselves from Candace, and this is Donald Trump, the Republican Party, and the mainstream white conservative movement. We got to find another black woman. We got to find another black woman who can compete with Candace Owens nationally and internationally to bring attention away from Candace Owens, who is highlighting the Israeli influence on American politics. And so who better to use than Nicki Minaj?
Lizzo doubled down hard, saying, "You're going to see it. It's already started and it's only going to keep going." And honestly, she might be right, because fans online have been spiraling with theories about what's really happening with Nicki. Every corner of social media is buzzing, with people breaking down her moves like detectives trying to solve a mystery. One user on X didn't hold back even a little, posting, "Nicki Minaj isn't just a sellout, she's bait. This is a transactional performance to draw in the politically clueless, race gatekeeping crowd who throw their identity away for crumbs from the table." That post went absolutely viral within hours. Thousands of people jumped in, either defending Nicki or tearing into her, turning the thread into a full-blown debate war. Now, the internet split down the middle. Some say Nicki's political shift is real conviction, while others swear it's just a calculated performance for clout, power, and attention. Either way, this conversation isn't slowing down, it's only getting wilder. Once that fire caught on, the roasting came in hot. Fans wasted no time dragging Nicki from her career decisions all the way down to her personal life. The internet was brutal, with people holding nothing back. One user wrote, "Nicki Minaj is huge AF, chopped, washed, and dropped in the dust. Married to a man with a record, cousin to a convicted killer, MAGA-loving, self-loathing immigrant, and she supports Trump? Pick a struggle, LMAO." That post hit timelines like a bomb, and chaos instantly followed. But then another user took the pettiness to legendary levels. They zoomed in on a close-up of Nicki's wig from her appearance at Trump's Account Summit and posted, "Oh, you know the gays have abandoned Nicki Minaj when I can see the glue on that stiff wig. Nicki ain't never had a bad install before she got with MAGA, and now the quality's already slipping." The shade was ruthless. That one comment alone exploded online, racking up thousands of likes, reposts, and quote tweets within hours. Fans were clowning, stylists were debating, and the whole timeline turned into a drag fest. What started as political drama quickly turned into a full-on internet roast session, and people are still talking about it. And just when everyone thought the drama had peaked, it got even messier. The next morning, Nicki hopped on X and fired back at her haters with a series of fiery posts that had everyone talking. She called out fake fans and industry snakes, claiming that most of the people dragging her online are just jealous and scared of her influence. Her words came with that signature Nicki energy, bold, unapologetic, and ready for war. But instead of calming things down, her tweets only threw gasoline on the fire. Fans started dissecting every line, convinced that some of her messages were aimed directly at other celebs who'd spoken against her, especially Beyoncé, Lizzo, and Don Lemon. The subtweets were cryptic but spicy enough to set the internet ablaze again. Meanwhile, the Barbz, Nicki's most loyal fan base, jumped in full force to defend their queen. They flooded timelines with hashtags like Nicki was right and MAGA Nicki, turning her political shift into a trending topic all over again. Some even started digging up old interviews to prove she's always been real and just finally speaking her truth. Still, the backlash shows no signs of slowing down. Media outlets are covering every move, and insiders claim Nicki's team is in full damage control mode, trying to calm the storm. But with every new post, every new clapback, and every new rumor, the question keeps echoing across social media. Has Nicki gone too far this time, or is she just playing the industry at its own game? Just when things couldn't seem to get any wilder, Nicki decided to go live, and that's when the chaos truly hit a new level. She jumped on Instagram with her usual confidence, rocking shades and blasting music in the background, ready to set the record straight. The live pulled in over 200,000 viewers in minutes, all waiting to see what she'd say next. Nicki started off fiery, claiming that people were twisting her words and trying to cancel her for thinking differently. She said, "I've been real from day one. I don't follow the crowd. I lead it." That line alone sent the Barbz into overdrive. But then things got tense when she started name-dropping, calling out celebs who turned fake and switched up since she started speaking her mind. Fans were screenshotting and screen recording like crazy. At one point, Nicki even hinted that some powerful people in the industry were trying to silence her because she refused to play their game. She said she's not afraid of losing endorsements or friends because real ones stand on truth, not trends. The live was pure chaos, emotional, unfiltered, and packed with quotes that instantly went viral. By the time she ended the stream, social media was split right down the middle again. Some praised her for being brave and speaking out, but others said it looked like a desperate move to spin the narrative. One thing's for sure, Nicki knows exactly how to keep the world watching, and this saga is far from over. Just when people thought the live was the final act, Nicki proved she wasn't done yet. She dropped a brand new track the very next day. The song hit streaming platforms out of nowhere, and within minutes, fans were dissecting every single lyric like detectives. The beat was heavy, the flow was sharp, and the message, pure defiance. Nicki didn't name names, but the shots were clear-cut. She was talking about her critics, the media, and anyone who doubted her power. One line in particular had everyone talking. "They hate a queen who don't kneel for approval, so they paint me red and call it betrayal." That lyric instantly trended, with fans calling it one of her boldest bars ever. Some said it sounded like Nicki reclaiming control of her narrative. Others felt it was just her trying to justify the chaos she's caused. Either way, it got people listening.
Correct, but she said something to the effect that it's not just that we tell Black children to feel proud of themselves, but it's like we're doing that, and at the same time, we're telling other children not to feel proud of themselves. And so I guess she was alluding to this false narrative that the conservatives are putting out there, that teaching Black children Black history and teaching white children the true history of America is somehow going to make white children feel bad about themselves. That bothered me because she's a Black woman, or at least I thought she was. She clearly has Black children. So are you saying you don't mind your children growing up in a society where they cannot be taught Black history or the true history of America because some people feel it offends the self-esteem of white children? And this is so hypocritical, Art, because we've been in America 400 years at least under British North American control. And look at how the self-esteem and self-worth and self-value of Black children has been and continues to be compromised for the benefit of the white child. And yet you're telling me that to implement a curriculum of corrective history where you're not insulting white people, you're not denigrating white people, you're simply making sure white children understand that the foundation of this country was laid and built and cemented on the genocide of Native Americans and the enslavement of African people. And not just the enslavement of African people, the dehumanization of African
Now, as for why Nicki decided to take this route,
But the controversy didn't stop there, because in the track's cover art, Nicki posed in a red hat, clearly echoing the MAGA aesthetic. That image alone sent the internet in a meltdown. Was it a statement? Was it trolling? Nobody knew for sure, but everyone had an opinion. By the end of the day, the song was charting high, reactions were split, and Nicki was trending once again. Some fans praised her for turning Backlash into art, while others said she was digging her own hole deeper. Whatever the truth is, one thing's certain. Nicki Minaj knows exactly how to turn controversy into currency, and she's doing it with style. Hours after that surprise track dropped, the fallout hit full force. Major media outlets jumped on the story, debating whether Nicki had officially crossed the point of no return. Talk shows, podcasts, and reaction channels were buzzing nonstop. Everyone had something to say, and no one was holding back. Some commentators called her new song a masterclass in manipulation, while others praised it as fearless self-expression. The divide was real, and the noise only kept growing. Then came the bombshell. Reports surfaced claiming that several major brands were quietly putting endorsement deals with Nicki on pause. Insiders said companies were nervous about being associated with her political stance and the non-stop drama surrounding her name. That rumor alone sent fans into panic mode, with some accusing the industry of trying to blacklist her. Meanwhile, Nicki didn't flinch. She jumped back online, posting, "They can't cancel what they didn't create." That post went viral in seconds, sparking another wave of debate. The Barbz flooded the comments, defending her like warriors, while critics said her arrogance was catching up to her. Adding even more spice to the chaos, a few insiders claimed that Jay-Z himself made a call advising certain networks to distance themselves from Nicki's content for now. That claim hasn't been confirmed, but the rumor alone sent shockwaves through the fandom. At this point, Nicki's situation feels bigger than music. It's become a cultural storm, pulling in politics, fame, and freedom of speech all at once. The question everyone's asking now is Nicki being silenced, or is she just learning that playing with fire eventually burns back? As the storm kept building, Nicki decided to flip the script again, this time by leaning all the way into the chaos. Out of nowhere, she announced a brand new podcast called The Freedom Seat, teasing it as her uncensored platform, where she could speak truth without filters. The announcement post came with a bold caption, "They tried to silence me, so I built my own mic." Fans went wild instantly. Within an hour, hashtag The Freedom Seat was trending, and clips from her teaser trailer were spreading like wildfire. The preview showed Nicki sitting in a red-lit studio, sipping tea while clips of her past controversies flashed on the screen. Every lie, every label, every headline, "I'm about to set it all straight," she said with a smirk that screamed confidence. But not everyone was impressed. Critics accused her of turning her political drama into a marketing stunt, saying she's exploiting outrage for views and clout. Still, the numbers don't lie. The trailer racked up millions of views overnight, and Nicki's name dominated every trending list across platforms. Some celebs even threw subtle shade. Cardi B liked a post calling the podcast the rebrand nobody asked for, while Lizzo posted a cryptic tweet about people profiting off division. The shade was unmistakable, but Nicki didn't respond, at least not directly. She just posted a selfie in all red with the caption, "They can talk, I'll trend." That single post blew up instantly, pulling her right back to the center of the cultural conversation. Whether you love her or can't stand her, one thing's clear, Nicki Minaj has refused to fade quietly. Now that the dust is settling, well, kind of, the world's still buzzing over Nicki's wild transformation. From fiery rants to political alliances, from canceled deals to brand new projects, she's managed to stay right in the spotlight no matter how messy it gets. Love her or hate her, Nicki's mastered the art of turning controversy into currency, and she's showing no signs of slowing down. Every move she makes keeps people guessing. One day she's defending her choices, the next she's doubling down harder than ever. At this point, it's hard to tell if Nicki's just trolling the industry or if we're witnessing a full-blown reinvention in real time. Some fans swear she's standing in her truth, others say she's chasing attention at any cost. But one thing's for sure, Nicki Minaj has officially become one of the most unpredictable voices in pop culture right now, and every post, lyric, or tweet just adds more fuel to the fire. So now it's your turn. What do you think really pushed Nicki into her MAGA era? Is it all about chasing that bag and political protection, or is there something deeper behind this sudden switch up? And here's the real question. Does Nicki even believe the things she's saying, or is she just reading off a carefully planned script made to keep her relevant and powerful? Fans are split, and everyone's got their own take on what's really motivating her moves. Drop your thoughts in the comments and tell us what you think is really going on. And don't go anywhere, because the next video breaks down the latest drama surrounding Nicki's political shift, and it's even crazier than this one.
There was a whole scene that unfolded at this church.
Right.
You saw this, right? Nicki Minaj going after Don Lemon. You see this, like for reporting it.
It was so funny to me. People hate. It's so funny how many on the right hate. They hate transgender and gay people more than they do pedophiles. It's amazing to me. Nicki don't need to worry about Don. She need to be with damn Don Lemon, and Nicki Minaj need to be worried about Chris Hansen.
And